Hey guys, and welcome to game number 86 out of 100 of the Mack vs. Machine series, where I'll be playing 100 games against the top online bot, HastyBot. We're currently at 52.5 wins, so we've already clinched the series, and we're on a clutch 3-game win streak. So hopefully we can keep that going here, and without further ado, let's jump right in. Okay, HastyBot will be first. Opens with Ulu, so HastyBot seems to be heavy on U's, and we also have a U, so we could see the U's played off very quickly in this game, which I wouldn't be complaining about. I don't really like U's. Do we have any bingos? I highly doubt it. Don't have any hooks for Ulu, which would be an L or an S. So what do we do here? We don't have much. I'd love to play something like Duroc. Or Duomo? Oh, I guess we have Duomo. It's slightly risky putting a U here. If he has the X, it's going to be a big problem, potentially. Although, I have to imagine he didn't have the X when he played Ulu. I'd be surprised if Lux or XU, at the minimum, wouldn't have been a better play if he had the X. So that makes it fairly unlikely he'd have the X. It's still not a completely non-zero risk, as he could have drawn it. But it makes it a little bit more palatable to play something like Duomo. Do I have anything else that's not quite so risky? See, the problem is I can't underlap or overlap both of the U's, right? Because the only thing I have that goes before or after a U is an M. None of my other tiles make a 2 with a U. So unless I play through a U, or maybe through this L, I guess I could, pun intended, play something like could. It's a little bit safer than Duomo, but it's a big point sacrifice. That's 11, and Duomo is what? I think it was 19, 18, so I'm giving up 7 points. I don't think I want to give up 7 points just on the remote chance he drew the X and has a 4 there. I'm going to play Duomo. Okay, so he does bingo to that D. And I drew the V and the Z, so a little bit of a clunky draw. I guess I have now Lulu, maybe something like Close? Or Clove. I can play Clove, setting up the R hook for Clover. Or Close. I don't think I want to give up 12 points to keep the Z. Because EVR is actually not terrible as far as leaves with a V go, and it's decent for bingoing. So I feel inclined to play Close over Clove. Clover is also an option. I guess the nice thing about keeping is I do save Z for 36 next turn as a worst case scenario. I also will often draw things like Zeta, or even Zeta over here perhaps. So there is a decent amount of upside to the Z on this board, so it's probably close whether I should play Close or Clover. I think Clover is... well, is Clover better than Clove? Not sure, because setting up the R hook is nice, but Clove also takes an N and an S, so there's a lot that he could play there. It's a pretty tough call, but I think I'm going to play Close. It's a lot of points to give up immediately, and ERV does have much better bingo potential. So given I'm down, I would like to bingo ASAP. I don't think I want to hold on to the Z. Also, if I hold on to the Z and draw a bunch of other high point tiles, that's going to make my life pretty difficult. So let's play Close. Okay, so he plays anti-logs, and we pull the other V, which is not good. And I guess I probably have to just play Varves. Hate getting rid of the S, especially with Closes available. But it scores 36, and how else am I getting rid of these Vs? I mean, I can't play Vuv for 9. That's just too big a point sacrifice when I'm down 100. I guess I have Verts. It scores more. It scores 41. But KV is so clunky. When you're down 100, you don't want to be keeping leaves like KV. You want to be trying to bingo ASAP. So yeah, Varves has to be better. KT is not great, but it's a lot more palatable than KV. So this seems like our best option there's just no way to play through that A and get rid of our V's or a KV at the minimum, I don't think, without also spending the S. Alright, Foind for the bot. We will at least be able to score well with this X now. I guess just tax? Is that all I have? It might be all I have. HIKY is kind of clunky, but if I draw the right tiles, it could work out okay. I don't think I have anything else. The only thing that goes after SI is the T. The A has to go here. So yeah, tax is my best play then. Unless I have something better through this R. Hyrax doesn't really work. It doesn't work at all, actually. Drake is there. I guess I could save the X. Now, it's not the craziest idea, to be honest, but the problem is this is a little too consonant heavy, and it's also pretty likely that this X spot is going to be taken away, given there's a lot of other tiles like the other H, the W's, the F that go there, so I think I need to just take tax immediately. Wow, that's a fun word you don't get to see on a board very often. It's I feel like it's one of those words that everyone knows just because, or everyone who's looked at any Scrabble word lists knows just because it's a rare word with no vowels at all. CRWTH. A very nice play by the bot there, shooting 4 consonants for 42 points. A very effective play, too. And what do I do now? Do I have anything good here? Hokey. That's not good without the E. So we can't do that. Hork? It's not terrible. Still 38 points. I feel like that's got to be my best spot to play. It's going to score pretty well. Have anything with an O? Not much at all that I see. Rex Ropey? That's a big point sacrifice. Hokey would be really nice, but unfortunately it's not good like that. I've definitely gotten burned on that before playing Hokey, H-O-K-Y. Pokey is good like that, but Hokey needs the E. So, yeah, I think just Hork, I guess. I mean, is it worth... I don't think it's worth holding on to the K. It's not really helping me here. So I think Hork is the best option. I don't know, I have a funny feeling I'm missing something here, but I'm just not seeing it. So, alright, I'm going to go ahead and play Hork. Wow, that's a very risky play by the bot, opening the Y hook and the S hook here with peon. I pull a blank, so that's always nice. Do I have a bingo here? Huh. I'm definitely close. If I don't bingo, I certainly have nice plays. I have things like Paya over here or Pay. But let's see. So A, B, C, D, E, F, G. Almost Agrypnia. M, N, O, P. Papyrian. No, not quite. Q, R, S, T. Don't think I have a bingo here, which is unfortunate because it feels like the type of rack where I'd have something. Yeah, there's a lot of 8s, but I feel pretty confident that there are no 7s. Yeah, I think I would have seen it by now if there was one. So I'm going to go ahead and assume that we're not bingoing on this turn, which is too bad. But like I said, we still have very strong plays. I think the main question is Paya here or Pay here. It's kind of a tough call. Paya here partially blocks the top because now you can't start a bingo directly above the H in Kurth. Or Kruth. I actually don't know how to pronounce that word, now that I think of it. Kruth? I think it's Kruth. But in any case, nothing will play there unless it also ends in an A. It does partially leave peons open. If I play Hey here, it completely blocks the peon hook and leaves the top open. I don't think I really want to leave the top open for him. It seems a bit more dangerous. Having the blanked offers me good flexibility to hit the right, so I think I'm inclined to take Pia here. Oh, I'm getting low on time. I should play faster. So yeah, let's go ahead and play here. Bails, and this Q. Oh, I have equation, though. Is that my best play? Quaint. That doesn't score quite as much as equation. Cannot isn't good enough to justify Tintar. Okay, equation it is. And let's see, vibe for the bot. Do I have anything here? We're still down, actually. It's a 16-point game. Almost inerning. Inuring, I have. Is that going to play? Inuring. Not here. Not on the top, unfortunately. Yeah, I don't think anything plays, so I'm inclined to just take some points with Jinner. What I like about this play is it scores about as well as I'm going to score. Turns over a lot of tiles for the blank, and it blocks that big scoring spot through the A in equation. I'm a little nervous about keeping a U with 4 eyes unseen, but I think I need to hope for the best. I need some points here. I'm actually down going into this play despite my bingo on the last turn, so I think this is the way to go. Ah! So he does get down Emerita in that spot for 83, and do I have any chances still? That's the question. Maybe. Because I have the last S, so if I can set myself up for something, or maybe, what if I just score? Like, what if I play Wingy? Whoops. I play Wingy, so that brings me to within 38. Like, is there any universe I could actually win without bingoing? That's my question. Like, what if he has JIII and some other garbage? Like, there could actually be some situations where it's really hard for him to play off his J. I mean, he might have to play Jag. I don't know. Would I actually have enough, though? Maybe I have enough of a chance to bingo, though. Because if I can draw something with Jinners and maybe with... It might even be very hard for him to block if I do draw bingo with Jinners. Like, let's say I draw... Well, what am I going to draw, though? With AMUS. That's actually part of the problem. What am I actually drawing? Well, I could draw Sfumato. If I draw SFUMATO with peons, that would actually be sick. I don't think he can even block. Yeah, because how does he actually block if I draw FOT? He'd have ADEIIIJ. Ed doesn't block because I just play it with Eds. Like, he actually just loses. That's crazy. If I draw anything with an S here, I think I just win. Because I don't think he can really block. Is there anything else I can pull from that bag? That's the problem. It's actually just not easy for me to get something, especially with all those eyes left. Sfumato only happens 1 in 120 times, which is pretty bad. Maybe something from this B? I don't know what, though. Like IoT, ITE, it's just nothing, huh? Amadeus with ADO. That's probably blockable. Might not even be blockable, though. I guess he could play F. I'm running out of time here to come up with anything better. I have any 1-tile or 2-tile fishes maybe that are better? Probably not. I could go for Wise Guy. That's not going to play. Can I set up my S? Agma? Nah. That's not going to work. You can block that too easily. Yeah, Yeah, I don't think I see anything particularly better than Wingy, and maybe there is some outside chances, like I said, I can win without a bingo, depending on what he has. Alright, no, it's not going to happen. Yeah, he plays Faded, and I have Saju. Juice, probably just Juice is fine. Oh, I'm out of time. Okay. Alright. I probably should play something else, but that's fine. Oh, wow, what an outplay. That's crazy. I did not see that. Assini with 2 overlaps through 2 disconnected tiles. That's crazy that he can go out with that. So I guess I was supposed to block. I mean, I'm definitely still not coming close to winning, but I probably could have saved a little spread. Okay, good game though. 459 to 396. HastyBot gets the best of me on this one. Yeah, I think Wingy is probably okay. We'll look and see if there's anything that would have been better. I guess Wing setting up the Y was a possibility, but I just don't think it scores well enough. But let's go back to the beginning. So he plays Ulu. Why is this there? Didn't the game already end? Did I time out? I thought I hit pass. Yeah, okay, that's weird. Okay, I don't know why that pop-up came up. Sorry, guys. So he plays Ulu, which looks good. Yeah, Duomo, again, not a play I'm thrilled to make because of the risk of him having the X, but my other options are just so lackluster. Cloud, well, Cloud also gives him a potentially big X spot. Could is the other option here. Mucor or Mucro are also very open and aggressive. So I feel like Duomo, it's enough better in equity than my other options. Doom, of course, is quite risky as well with Ys and H's unseen. So I think Duomo is fine here. He bingos. Yeah, tough call between Close and plays like Clover and Clove here. I think Close is fine. 10 or 12 points is a pretty substantial amount to give up. And with the Z, yeah, I do guarantee Z for 36, but at the same time, like, given I'm already down a decent amount, I think my aspiration isn't so much playing Z for 36. It's trying to bingo, and Close does a much better job of that. Unfortunately, I pull the second V as well as the K, so that's not going to help me. Pretty much forced to play Varves here. Once again, Verts is available, but for just 5 points, I'm not going to play keeping KV at this point in the game. So Varves looks fine. He plays Foind. Worth mentioning, he does have Confide as a 7 here, but that did not play. Tax looks good. Again, Trake is worth looking at, as I did briefly, but the problem is he's just going to play in the spot and deprive me of my X-play too often. So you're better off playing Tax. He makes a really nice play of Kruth through this R. How do I miss Cough here? That's so bad. And, oh, Porky over here. Okay. It's funny, I just knew I was missing something on this turn. I don't think I registered Kex. Wow. That's really bad. Yeah, I just didn't see Kex. Because I saw the P, the H, and the R. Because like, I didn't consider Kip either. I definitely would have considered something like that or Cop. I just didn't see Kex. That's a very weird lapse. Yeah, I mean, Cough is obviously a better play. It's 5 more points, and IRY is slightly more bingo-friendly than IPY, so that's just flat-out better in every possible way. And Porky is probably my best play. That I should have at least seen, even if I didn't see Kex. I mean, it scores 40 points, and it gets rid of the Y, which is a very annoying tile to keep if I'm going to try to bingo. So, yeah, Porky is actually probably my best play here, and I don't know how I see Hork and not Cough. That's just a weird mental lapse, not seeing Kex. But I should have at least seen Porky. So very sloppy turn. That's a pretty sizable mistake. At least I didn't miss a bingo here. That at least is a relief to see. So Paya seems like a reasonable play to make. He plays Bales. Equation I do at least get down. So I'm feeling decent here. I've come back. I'm now within 8 points. But unbeknownst to me, HastyBot did have the second blank when Vibe came down. And ooh, that's another miss here of Guanin for 34 points, which, yeah, that's probably better. I mean, Jinner, again, does have the upside of turning over another tile and also blocking this big scoring spot for HastyBot. ER is just enough of a better leave than you, though, that Guanin has to be better. Not as big a mistake as it might be in other circumstances, just because turnover is important, since, of course, I don't know HastyBot has the blank. So the turnover is important. and keeping ER with several more E's unseen. This pool isn't the best for ER. It actually isn't that bad for U, given it's the last U in the pool. So ER is normally way better than U. It's still a lot better than U. It's not as much better as it would be in a vacuum. So it's not as big a mistake as it could be under some circumstances, but it's still just too much equity to give up that it's definitely still a mistake. So my second kind of sloppy play of the game. He plays Emerita, and yeah, I think I'm kind of lost here. I mean, I definitely can't play 4 tiles. That's never going to win. I mean, I can't imagine I ever win after this, right? Maybe, could I win if he has, like, JIII? Is that actually possible? Does get me within 29. The problem is, my rack is going to be fairly clunky, too, and I just don't think I'm going to score enough. He's not going to be stuck. He'll still have Jag or Jane. That'll put him up 40. Yeah, I just don't think I'm going to score enough with GU and whatever other direct I draw from this pool. Like, if I draw FO or something, I mean, yeah, he's going to still be able to play some tiles. I don't see myself winning without bingoing here. I mean, with one specific draw, maybe is it possible? Sure, it probably is. But I'm just not seeing how to do it. And I didn't really see anything I could draw with Peony. I mean, it's very hard to start a bingo with a Y. So I think Wingy is probably fine. Yeah, these kind of plays that just don't do anything. I mentioned also Wing setting up the Y, but that's not going to help me. I can't be sacrificing 12 points to set up a 30, 40 point play here when I'm down 66. So I need to get rid of it. And yeah, I mean, like I said, there's that one draw of FOT that just wins on the spot because of Sfumato, which would have been pretty awesome. Oh, actually, you know what does it? Because I just realized he can play Horked. That actually maybe wouldn't win. I mean, Horked would save AIIIJ for him. But, so I might be able to outscore him in the endgame? I don't know. I'd have to compute that more carefully. So I'd be down, because I'd still be down 60. I probably would lose. But I'm not quite positive about that. So yeah, if he plays Horked, 19, 28, 43. Yeah, tough call. I mean, he's going to have Raj. Yeah, that's going to be enough points. No, I think I'd have lost after that draw if he finds Horked, which he might not, given he probably would have played off the J as HastyBot only plays for equity in the endgame. So I think it would have probably won in this case, but against the aware opponent, it actually might never win. Maybe Amadeus, but he can still block that, right? If he plays... If I drew ADO, he has EFIIIJT. He can just play F. After F, though, then he's got 3 I's, a J, and a T. Then I think he's actually J-stuck. Yeah, then he's J-stuck, I think. And then I probably do win, I would guess. Very complicated. Yeah, I may win after an ADO draw. There could be some other bingos that I didn't see in the game that are actually possible for me after Wingy, but either way, I think this is my best shot. I mean, there's just no other way to score points while getting rid of my clunky tiles, and I just don't see a play like Swami ever realistically winning in the endgame. But yeah, he plays Faded, and yeah, I have better options here, but I should probably actually block his amazing outplay of Assini, but I didn't see it, and at this point, it's only a matter of spread. I'm certainly not going to be winning that game. Yeah, 459 to 396 once again in favor of HastyBot. Not my most precise game. There were 2 plays in particular, Hork and Jinner, that were both sloppy. Hork should have been Porky and Jinner should have been Guanin. Both, like, medium to large mistakes. I'd say probably the higher end of medium. Not massive. It's not like I missed a bingo or blew an endgame or something like that, but both solidly 8-point equity mistakes, I have to imagine. So those will add up quickly. Not a great game, but you know, still interesting. I had some chances right up until the end, but couldn't quite make it happen. But well played to HastyBot, and we hold steady at 52.5 wins, and hopefully we can get back on the winning train in game number 87. So that's it for this one, guys. Hope you all enjoyed the video. Thanks again for watching, and I will see you soon. Have a good one. Bye-bye.